Welcome back to D2T2. Today, we're going to be talking about Kaiju. It's 3 chapters that have dropped since the last time we covered it in the podcast, and we've been missing it. So, I'm going to let T take it from here and tell us what he thought.
So with these three, I think it's a very, very good way. What were you saying, Daniel? Something about it being like a war.
It started the war.
I think it is.
Started the
Yeah.
war.
So, I think it's a very, very good introduction. It's very cool to see some of the people, rocking the news that they got. I'm curious to how long the war is gonna, I guess, go on. But I do like the fact of throughout like the chapter, they're slowly starting to figure out that all of these maneuvers that Kaiju number 9 is making is like him being like a chess player. They're strategically like attacking places. And I don't like. I think they've only done that like the one other time, like right before this war arc, I guess, because they're like right before like the or whatever. Because they were, I can't remember if they were like
When he was the ant Kaijus.
Like,
No. They were what they were doing is working together. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But now they're actually going
super
after
organized.
strategic locations, and I think that's pretty cool to show like how like Kaiju number 9 is like the puppet master of everything that's going on right now.
I really liked what you said about the chess, because that panel, I loved it. I love that panel. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just so well drawn that like
when I saw that, I think the animation was cool. Like
just how it's
and it's gonna be like hey, putting down a chest.
So I think I agree with what you said. Like the start of the war, it's a lot of boxing. I mean, we starts out with a scene because when we talked about it last time, you saw Narumi, and he touched down, and he was talking to Miwa, and now you see what he can do again. He literally bodies up the Kaiju quick as hell, and then you see
because he got the new suit too, right?
Yeah, he's got the number one suit. Yep, and then you see Kikuru in her suit, and it's hyped up. Literally, chapter ends with her, Kikuru, or what, Officer Kikuru, whatever, prepared to launch or something like that, and she just drops.
Yeah.
Saying
one thing that I thought was really cool about Kikuru's whole like introduction with the suit is how they were like, man, she's reminds me so much of her mom, and then the guy's like, no, she's not just a spitting image of the mom, she's a spitting image of the mom and the dad. Like she's a combination of the two.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, that's what I think is cool. Is like how her like fighting ability they were saying is like the dad, but she's quick, she's mobile like the mom. That's just like literally the best of both worlds. Yeah, and I think she's gonna be a dog.
It makes me feel
she already was a dog.
She might be one of the strongest in the whole series.
Oh,
she's vicious and elegant is what it looks like. Because what they said with the suit, she was you said as nimble as her mom or as quick as her mom or something like that. And then her as vicious as her father with the fighting power. Like she is honestly, I agree that she's going to be one of the strongest characters. But
I think it's also dope that this is the only suit that can fly.
Yeah, that is cool.
And it completely fits Kikuru's
we see why her mom was so fast as well.
She wants to be the person she wants to be the person to save and never have anyone die on her battlefield. So she's got to get the point.
And now she has such mobility that she's able to like save everybody.
I think she's maxed out power-wise.
The shoe's already my second favorite, and this is just etching her closer to Miwa, and I think it's dope. But with how hype her entrance was, I'm more excited about the next chapter because what we saw from Hoshina.
Oh, dude,
that dynamic going on right now, and he's about to snap. Like it's about to go crazy with how 73 ended.
Yeah, well, and do you think about it? Like they hit Hoshina and Kaiju number 10 were fighting. They weren't matching up wavelengths, and finally it's just like, done.
Well, yeah, Kaiju 10 was like, I want to go straight at him, and he's like, no, we got to be strategic about this. He's like, no, I want to go about.
It kind of reminds me of Venom with Eddie and Venom. You know,
if you think about it, Kaiju 10 got his way.
No, Hoshina's like, I'm gonna die if I don't just let, because he's like, we still got some work on, but if I don't let him, we're just gonna die. So he's like, go ahead for this time, it's all you.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. He's getting his way.
Just this time.
He was saying the whole time, like but he was the whole time he was never ever supposed to get his way. And it's what, just this one time, and the next time.
Hey, unless Hoshina likes how it works.
That's
If Hoshina likes what works, and it, I mean, no, if he doesn't get hurt, I mean, I don't see why not.
It works because I think Kaiju 10 kind of wants to pick a bone with number 9.
Oh,
anyway,
100%.
But
Number 10 just wants to fight whoever's strongest.
Yeah,
he doesn't care if it's number 9 or whoever. He just wants to.
What if he makes Hoshina like run into another like I guess like special ops or something? Maybe he has to fight Kafka. Maybe number 10 takes over his brain, and like this was just the part of like him starting to take it over.
I hope not, because I like Hoshina a lot.
That as a possibility.
I do like Hoshina a lot. Too.
Does he have a tail?
Yes, yeah.
Makes it even better.
Because number 10 stabbed the ground when they were gonna go opposite ways. Because number 10 wanted to go right, and Hoshino wanted to go left. He stabbed the ground and just slingshot him back.
Yeah, cost him his life.
One thing I'm super excited to see is Jin's Captain Narumi's number 1 suit.
Mm-hmm.
Because we kind of saw, we got a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you really just see like the damage he does to him, and then his eyes. You don't really.
Yeah, well, he's got.
Suit doesn't really have an effect.
He's got number 1's eyes, and now he has number 1.
He has the Byaku Sharingan, yeah.
Which,
I'm sticking with it being that.
I feel
patenting
like,
right here.
even though we think that Hoshina is gonna get, I feel like he's gonna get corrupted first. You know, because he's got the suit. He's got the eyes.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's gonna be him. I think it's
can see like maybe there's like a part where some of them might start giving, like with Hoshina, he might start giving in. But I think willpower. I think the author's gonna introduce like your willpower controls more than anything, and it helps you control a suit. And I think that's gonna be, because you kind of see that with Reno. So I think that's gonna be the deciding factor of Hoshina not being overturned, because he has such strong willpower.
I think they're gonna obviously like already kind of alluding to it. I think he's about to snap and also show off like a more like barbaric side, I guess, because of the fact that number 10's getting his way.
Oh, no.
So I think
he's gonna show.
Well, that's see it for sure.
He's gonna show that swords are not obsolete.
Yeah, I feel like some people are gonna look at him and be like, "We gotta keep an eye on this dude. Make sure he's not gonna snap the other way for whatever reason." But it's gonna be an epic moment. Like it's gonna be dope as hell. But I feel like they're definitely, if it does happen, they're definitely gonna have to tilt their heads a little bit and be like, "We have to maybe keep an eye on it."
If this was an anime like Naruto, I could see like this all being part of the number 9's master plan, like have one get caught, talk him into linking, but like I just don't see that with this author. Like freaking Naruto's author, I can't remember, Kishimoto, definitely could see it. His whole fucking show is basically that.
Don't be spoiling
stuff like that. I'm not saying there's no spoiler, but it's like things like that, like the most like the things that you wouldn't expect to happen. And it's really like just because it's Naruto, like he does that a lot. So with it being a different author, obviously I just don't. I haven't seen anything in it so far with that is like any crazy twist like that so far.
I just keep thinking. I can't wait for this to get animated.
Oh, the animation is gonna be insane. I think it's gonna be really cool because it's so heavily focused on just gunfire. And I haven't watched an anime with a lot of shooting. There's been some shooting in like Hunter x Hunter and
Attack on Titan.
Yes, for like that one season. Well, no, the last 2 seasons. So besides that, I think the animation is gonna be really good.
I like the fact because like it's not like a traditional like boxing is what we say it is. But,
for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, there's still a little bit of boxing in it when they start doing like the close and personal, like Narumi with his blades and everything.
Oh, Narumi too.
Yeah. So you do still get the boxing in it, but like the first time May or whatever pulls out like the big cannon and is landing on a tiger, blows a hole through.
Yeah.
Giant ass Kaiju.
Mina blows a hole in the Kaiju.
Mina, yeah. I dropped something.
Yeah, it's not a sleep on Mina.
I think it's pretty cool.
We still have not seen close to what she can do. So I think he's saving her and Kafka for the end, like for the last character, like the main ones to introduce. I think after Hoshina's gonna be Reno, whatever Kaiju he's fighting, then it's gonna be Kafka, and then probably Mina. Maybe save Kafka for last.
I think it's gonna be Kafka and Mina at the same time.
Well, we already see Mina. Kafka's not there. I know your prediction for the end when they're fighting 9, but I'm talking about like these individual, like the
I'm still
first
force. My prediction. Kafka gets turned into Mina's weapon.
This is not Soul Eater. Stop it.
No,
Well-
but I think they definitely are going to fight hip to hip side by thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
That's definitely what the series is building to, and I think he's going to surprise her quite a bit when that happens.
So
Like she's obviously going to be pulling off her stuff, but I think he's got something. I feel like.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm super excited to see what happens and see what comes of everything that we've witnessed and read through. For sure. I think my favorite characters definitely got to be right now Gin, followed by Kikaru, and then Hoshina. That personally.
I think I'm on board with Kikuru. I think Narumi
She's
is
so
good.
dang cool.
Narumi
She
is
is
so cool,
insane now too.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Especially
Narumi is-
when they just showed her on an EMP flying through the air.
Say- Mine's still Mina, but Kikuru, like I said, she's getting there. And then probably
she is so
Reno's
crazy.
my number 3. I ain't sleeping on Reno, especially what we saw with his what he has
I'm excited too.
6.
Yeah, the ice.
Does he have 4?
I'm excited.
No,
to see what he's
Kikuru-
gonna
No,
do.
Kikuru has
Kikuru's
4.
4.
He has 6, I believe. 7, 6 or
He
7.
has the one. I think
He's
it's
the one that no
one
one's
nobody
been compatible with ever.
with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I
it's
think that's
6.
6.
Yeah,
Which
so
I'm
one
excited
is
to see what he's gonna do because they've been like silent for a few months, so he's been able to train. Like, because don't they do a? Time
he's
skip
probably
a little
saving
bit?
him for after Oshina because we saw him in his suit most recently. So since we've seen him in his suit, he's probably just giving these other people.
So before they did the war, it was a 3-month time skip for the
Yeah.
war arc.
It said like, oh, it's been so quiet, and then it's just they dropped
just
the
massive
scout,
pop-up.
and then it was
Just
quiet.
A massive attack, a sneak attack.
I'm ready to see the fight with the giant floating block with the heads on it, or whatever that thing was.
I
Oh.
think Kafka is with Mina. Because weren't they sitting on the roof or talking when everything popped off?
They were
Yep.
they were on the roof.
Okay. It's been a while since I read that part, but I
But-
believe so. But we
Did
saw
she,
Mina
dash
talk to
off and
Narumi.
shit? I thought she like dashed off and shit. Like they both went on like their. I guess
can't remember.
way. Like they had like a defensive. I thought maybe they did, but I don't know. I guess I could be.
I don't know. I read these 3 chapters. I didn't go back and
Yeah.
read. Probably should have.
Well, we get 4, or the next.
But he's 74.
The fourth
Yeah.
one. The 4th one of the war arc.
That one's going to be really good.
I'm excited to see what happens and unfolds.
Say,
It's got to be the beginning. Of
we don't even got
The ending-
we won't even
this
have
is the
any
beginning of the
prediction.
end for sure.
Oh, for sure. We won't even get anything, like, we don't need to predict what's going to happen. We already know it's going to be Hoshina in his fight. We're going to see what
You think
what
this
happens with
beginning-
Hoshina and Ted.
the
Huh?
season. Where do you think they begin the season with like the
The
attack?
war arc will
Or-
be a last
Yeah.
season. It'll be a
I
whole
think
This is the
season.
last
Yeah.
season.
They'll end the I want to say first season probably. Oh jeez.
The Wyvern attack.
Yeah,
Because-
it'll be like I want to say it's gonna be like maybe a 4-part. It's gonna be a 4-season anime.
I'd see 3.
I see 3.
Wyvern attack, and then
I
from
see
Wyvern attack
the first
to
one
now
going up
to the
before
war.
the Wyvern. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it could be 4 though.
Because there's
Because
a
you
lot
have
that
training
happens.
and-
Say, because you have
There's
Kafka
no
meeting the
way.
general. You have a lot that happens in there.
I don't think there's no way they like Kaiju get away again too. I don't think that happens unless another Kaiju or someone else gets corrupted bad. I don't see how they really continue it after the war arc personally, but
No, this
I
is
think
it.
the only way they do it, it'll be like maybe like a chapter or 2 of like showing what's going on like 10 years down the line or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So you're thinking another time skip then?
Well, no, I'm saying like after like the war arc. I think it's going to be done, but they might give like some audience members like that relief of like what happens after, like, oh, this person goes on in general or whatever the case is.
There's a series
So
I know that did that, and
yeah, and, well, it's Demon.
A couple of series have done that.
I
Yeah.
guess there's 2 then, but
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers.
Yeah, so I think that's a good place to call it. They wrap this one up. All right. Well,
Alright.
thank you guys for joining us. Say Kaiju We just wanted to check in on it. We were itching to get back into reading it instead of trying to wait for enough to cover it in a podcast. So
Yeah, it's definitely one of my top series right now.
this
So.
sufficed for us.
For
So
sure.
yeah, be on the lookout for more shorter videos like this.
My two top.
Say
That
short
we're
little
at
reviews.
40.
Anything else, guys? You want to say?
I
It
want you
just-
guys to comment and let us know who your guys' favorite character is from Kaiju and why. What makes
Mhm.
you like that character?
Speaking of like, leave a like if you enjoyed. It's free, helps support us, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
All right.
Subscribers are always nice.
Subscribe is always nice, but don't subscribe if you don't like us, because then what are you here for? All right.
Yeah,
See
we
you.
don't like